Hello, Aquarius, and welcome to your Astroflower reading. This is going to be a reading for 2022. If you don't know about the Astroflower, please go into the description below. There's links to videos that give you an introduction about this new concept for the new paradigm, but also about the books that we do according to each sign and other books. The Astroflower is a composition, a new thing that takes the elements and qualities and puts them into petals and makes and gives an interlocking system with 10 petals, which you will see here or at some point on our sort of website. Go into the links, as I said, below. These elements and qualities are affected on a daily basis according to the sun and its activities. We're going into a new solar cycle, so it's going to be affected by solar flares, by coronal holes, filament energies, cosmic rays, lots of different things. We do energy updates on our sister channel, which is called Cymatic TV. There will be a link in the description below. And those updates, those energy updates, and that information will give you a heads up on what's happening on the reading of these tarot readings that we do on a weekly basis. This is for the whole year, this reading, but on a weekly basis. And we also do the Astroflower readings, which is every fortnight, every 2 weeks. So, if you want to follow us on the journey, subscribe and click that bell, so then therefore you've got notifications not only on this channel but also on our sister channel at Cymatic TV. Let me just check, make sure we are recording. Sorry, let me just have a quick squiz and we're off and rolling. Okay, so let's just see what's happening for you, Aquarius, for this coming year. And I've got to say, I'm coming to the end of all the signs on the Astroflower reading for 2022, and everyone seems to be on a new mission. And I think this is to do with the age of Aquarius, your sign, as it were. And there is a definite shift, a definite change in the paradigm, which is happening. And this is why we brought this concept out at this present time. The universe has brought us into that. And everyone seems to be heading off on a new mission. Let's see what's going on for you. So, petal 1. This is petal 1. This is how the universe is trying to influence your karmic path for this year. So they're asking you, and this is on this side here is to do with your spiritual side. This side here is to do with your material side of your life. So petal 1, they're I would say they're asking you to wish on a star, but it's more a case, because this is where the universe is they're offering you wishes on the spiritual sort of front. So it'd be good to play with your emotions, good to play with the community that is around you, start exploring all your emotions. Sometimes a little bit difficult for Aquarius, simply because they're that fixed sign. They've got air at the top and water at the bottom, so their emotions are at the base of you. All to do with your karmic path. You get very passionate about what you're doing, tend to be pretty religious as well, and using spiritual practices. So that could well be that, of exploring, like, I wish I could go off to do 2 weeks sort of spiritual practice in India or whatever. It might be the year to do it, especially with all the restrictions that are coming to an end. And we've had a pretty hard last 2 years. Page of Swords. Now this is on petal 2, so this is your karmic path. Learning. This is what it's all about. At the moment, it seems to be that for every single sign. I think there was only one side, might have been Sagittarius. It's not the same, but there's a definite learning curve for you guys this year, and it's to basically, it seems to be connecting your heart and your head. That's what it appears to me. That's what's coming to me here. And you can have a lot of ideas that sort of provoke that sort of within you. And your karmic mission is to study and to understand how you can manifest things with your mind and stuff like that. That's what it seems to be like, something along those sort of lines. This is another card that keeps coming up for everybody. You know, it's the Seven of Swords. So at the moment you've got the Star, you've got the Page of Swords and the Seven of Swords. So wishing on a star, and Seven of Swords is all a little bit like, they say, sort of cheating, scheming sort of card. But I don't think your mission, your karmic mission on your physical side, is to be cheating and scheming. But it may be a case that in your life you may you find yourself in a situation where you may have that around you. So maybe your karmic mission this year on the material side is to learn about those sort of things. And to learn about it, you've got to go ahead and live life. Life is for living. It's nothing else. There's nothing actually to win in life. But then that means there's nothing to lose. And people who cheat against you, they lose everything. And you learn a lot. So when you learn, you can earn. So it may be a situation of the work you're in, or the project you're in, or the business, or things like that on the material front. There may be something to learn there in that respect. Let's see. The universe, and this is where the universe is trying to influence your karmic path on the material front. It's asking you to go on a mission, to start that journey. That's what it's trying to do. And you may find that, you know, your situation, your current situation is holding you back. And it might be a situation that it doesn't sit with you perfectly, emotionally or spiritually. And that's where you've got to learn how to change that situation. That's what it sort of seems like at the moment here. Let's see what we've got here for coming in. There you go then. Okay, so this is still on your spiritual mission, emotional mission. This is Petal 5. This is the super subconscious. This is where your guides are trying to help you to discover your karmic path. They're trying to create situations that are around you that create coincidences and stuff like that, that help you to understand your karmic path. And then maybe it's a question of this year of flushing out things, so so you can see through those hidden energies and see what's happening under the surface. You're not the only one to have got that card in this position as well, or around this position. And it may be a case that your guides are helping you to actually reposition yourself this year, so you don't get caught up in that sort of situation there, where the moon is actually trying to help you sort of use or discover or explore those hidden energies. I think you're the third sign where this has come out in that position as well. This is mad. This is really good 2022. It's going to be a really good year for a lot of people. So this is the super subconscious on your material path, and this is where your guides are trying to help you out, and they're trying to give you a heads up, a clarity here, so you can see clearly and be passionate about what you're doing and know it to be true, because you get passionate about it. And that may expose that sort of things of what people are sort of or what the outer world, how the outer world needs help in changing, because you're here to help. I know you are. Yeah? Okay? So Petal 8 and 9, that is your subconscious, and where your guides help you to make decisions and stuff like that. A little bit like the devil and the angel that sort of sits on your shoulders, like in Tom and Jerry, sort of thing. And on this side, on the spiritual sort of side, it's all about planning your journey. So that's it going on in that subconscious. And it's planning that journey, setting yourself up for that journey and through that learning of those hidden energies. And it's, I think this is all very beginning part of the year, you know, and that may be that moon that's hiding what's coming up after that in the coming rest of the year. Okay, so in petal 9 you have the Hangman, seeing things from a different perspective, and that's part of that Ace of Wands as well, being passionate, victories over people who are doing you wrong, and because you are going to be looking at the world in a different way, tying in with that moon energy that's under there, and with your understanding that you're going to be doing on your karmic path. Let's see how those two karmic paths come together in petal 10. And this is where, you know, your interaction with the world around you, you know, how you sort of manifest it physically, those karmic paths within your life. Now, this is another card that's come up quite a lot. God, this is mad. Okay, so 9 of Cups, gift from the universe, or wish fulfilled, or pure joy and pleasure, as it were, or love. But look at that, you know, the person's jumping out of a treasure trove, yeah, and throwing their cups all over the place, and it's sort of impacting their heart. This is the third time I'm going to say this to all the signs, yeah. It could be you, that gift from the universe. And I think this is really true. I think you're going to be sorting the chaff from the wheat. I really do. And I think this is your mission. You're on a real mission this year. And it's, unfortunately, it's a bit like, you know, like being a secret agent. There's no real, as I said, life's about living. There's nothing to win or lose out of life, apart from living life, the experience of living itself, you know. And your gift of your understanding may be that gift that is from the universe, that's coming out. Let's see what's happening in petal 6, which is basically your inner sanctum. It's going to cause you internal conflict this year. But with that new view and the wish from the start and your understanding, that inner conflict, I think, is going to be, especially with that, with the Ace of Wands on your left and the moon to your right, I think it's going to be short-lived. I think you're going to make very sharp, snappy decisions this year. And it's going to help you to be really clear about seeing the evident path rather than having to make actual choices. The difficult section is going through there. And going through there, you have, just having a quick look at it, that is that sort of Pisces energy that comes through you here. So your emotions may be pulled in lots of different senses this year. And that's what you've got to learn about. You've got to learn to put the emotions within your body, keep your mind clear, so you don't get caught up in some unfavourable things. Interesting year. Seems like you're on a secret mission from the universe. That's what's coming through to me. It's like you're heading off like James Bond or something along those sort of things, and you're heading off on this secret mission that you can create a new world, and you are that gift out of this. You're going to sort a lot of crap out basically for the world, and your understanding is that gift to the rest of the world. That's what it seems like. Let's just clarify a little bit. Let's clarify these connections here and these connections here with your karmic path, yeah? Let's just see what sort of comes out in that. I wouldn't be surprised if like the 4 of Swords comes out in the clarification at some point. And maybe even Temperance as well. You know, let's say. So victory. Victory over the down pressers, as Bob Marley would say. You know, that's what's sort of coming out. Once you head in that journey, you will get victory. Yeah? What did I say? 4 of Swords. Bingo. Yeah? Healing yourself very quickly. You will do this very quickly, I think. Aquarius, because you'll see through people. You really will see through people just trying to take you for a ride. And that's why you're going to get the edge on everything. And you'll have a quick win on everything. Okay, so you've got the Two of Swords with this as well. So the Two of Swords, make sure you do not get blinded by your own journey and your own success. Look at every angle. Yeah? Don't throw away the cornerstone, of your life. So, the Two of Swords, it's all about sort of making decisions and stuff like that. But you really can sort of do well, and you're going to have success. I'm convinced of it. And it's going to be hard, yeah. And don't be too hard on yourself. You need that time to heal as well. So make sure you get involved in pastimes and pleasures and stuff like that. It might be a question of physically doing activities so you get yourself busy and physically fit, this year. Okay? So the Knight of Swords comes with the Page of Swords. What does the page go to? It ends up as a knight. So it's that transitional sort of thing. It is a call to the mission. You are being called to that mission, Aquarius. It's going to be an amazing year. You secret agents. This is what you're going to be this year. And you're going to help this new paradigm much more than any other sign that I've seen so far. Of getting everything into place. Yeah. Make sure you nurture. This is basically what it's saying here. Make sure you nurture your understanding. Play with it. Yeah. Let it grow within you. Yeah. Okay. And the Two of Wands. It's leading on to the Two of Wands. You just can't make it up, man. It's amazing. You've got. I think the preparation for this journey here. It's just the thing in your subconscious, in your mind. You may take a little bit too long to actually step off on that journey. So I wouldn't, maybe the Chariot's going to come out in this section here. Let's just clarify this connection between these lot here. So maybe the Chariot's going to come out in this section here. So Queen of Swords. This follows on from the Seven of Swords, the Four of Swords, and the clarification, and coming up to the Queen of Swords. So justice, having the wind at your back, setting off on that journey, making sure your emotions do not get carried away and from that internal conflict this year. Yeah. I think this is the main part of your karmic path more than anything else. But let's just see how these sort of play out there. The Sun. So make sure your karmic mission to do with your spiritual sort of side is based upon pleasure and love, basically, and enjoying every aspect of it, because that is what's going to be produced in the Nine of Cups afterwards. Yeah, let's just see how these two sort of connect between the two. High Priestess, that sort of comes in with the Ace of Wands. It's sort of step up from that. High Priestess, she's got her eyes closed, but she's got these eyes tattoos on it, so it's seeing through that unseen energies to expose that sort of thing. You're on a mission. You really are on a mission, Aquarius, this year, and it's going to take a lot of skill and understanding. I think it's going to be amazing. A really good year, I think, for you guys. I'm curious, because I'm a little bit like that. I wanted to clarify that Nine of Cups, and we get the Three of Pentacles. So it is a case of working with others and joining in. And this seems to be this new paradigm, is working with others in this year. So, woof, a hectic reading, really. Look at it this way. Yeah, when people sort of try and get you down or sort of stab you in the back in the way, well, I don't think it's going to be quite like that, but